the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Coming up on the news at noon, more violence on Metro. A stabbing happening on the Red Line late last night. You'll find out what we know this afternoon. And later, police say the driver who sexually assaulted a teenage girl and stole her bike is now behind bars. Where it happened and what police have uncovered coming up. Good Friday afternoon. Thanks for joining us for your news at noon. I'm Randy Bass in for Mark Hall today. We get right into your forecast this afternoon. Brittany Ward joins us with the latest check on the weather. Brittany, much more mild out there this afternoon than what we were seeing this time yesterday.
Yeah, you know, definitely a way big, different picture than what we saw yesterday. The sunshine has returned to the DMV. And Randy, it looks like it's going to be sticking around for quite some time. Here's a look at satellite and radar showing you the bigger picture, that storm system well off to our north. However, we are still dealing with some cloud cover, mainly off there into our mountain counties. Now, as we head into later on tonight, we could see some few upslope snow showers, mainly across the Allegheny front and the mountain counties, but overall will mainly be staying dry as we head into our weekend. Visibility right now across most of the DC metro area, pretty clear with the exception of the mountain counties. Still have some low visibility down there, as well as along the Allegheny front. So if you are heading out along I-81 and even 68 up there, just make sure you are taking your time on those roadways. Planning your afternoon out, well, it's going to be a mild day out there filled with lots of sunshine. 48 as we head into that 1 o'clock hour. Still holding on to the upper 40s by 3, and it looks like sunshine's going to be sticking around heading into the weekend. So definitely keep it here, Randy. Another check of that forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Continuing our coverage of the winter weather aftermath after that storm passed through the DMV yesterday. Many people in the area are still dealing with power outages this afternoon. West Virginia took the brunt of yesterday's storm. Right now, more than 13,000 customers still without power in the area. In Maryland, more than 3,000 customers are still in the dark. This according to the state's emergency management agency. And in Virginia, Dominion Energy reports more than 1,000 customers are waiting for power to be restored. Developing now, more violence on Metro. This time a man stabbed on a moving train late last night. Metro Transit Police arrested 31-year-old Shaquandra Perry for the stabbing. They say the call came in at Metro Center. Perry was arrested at the Farragut North Station. Our Lex Juarez went there this morning and has more on what happened.
Well, that man is in the hospital this morning. He was stabbed on a Red Line train that was headed toward Glenmont. Farragut North here was the next stop where police were able to arrest a woman who they say stabbed him. He was transported to the hospital with what paramedics thought were possible life-threatening injuries. The woman is being charged with assault with a deadly weapon. WMATA says the stabbing was a result of some sort of argument between the two. This just another incident stemming from an argument on the Metro system.
That's kind of worrisome that something like that happens.
Every day, just try to be aware of my surroundings as much as I can and just kind of walk away if I see anything a bit odd. Yeah, but that's kind of scary, especially because there was like that shooting the other week.
Well, overall numbers from Metro Transit Police show that violent crime is up system-wide this year. This as ridership is continually increasing and up exponentially from last year. Now, the man who was stabbed last night is in stable condition. In Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
And developing today, police in Prince William County say they found the man who allegedly assaulted a 13-year-old girl in Prince William County. Officers tell us the teen was riding her bike along Hoadley Road Thursday morning when Sender Juventino Linares Rivera allegedly pulled up next to her in a pickup truck and offered her a ride. The girl got into the car and the man loaded her bike into the back of the truck. Instead of taking her where she needed to go, police say the man drove her to a nearby parking lot where he allegedly assaulted her. Then the girl got out of the car and the man drove off with her bike still in the back. The girl was able to snap this picture of the suspect's truck as he drove away. That picture is ultimately what led police to the suspect. Officers found the truck sitting in a commuter lot and they were able to link Rivera to the crime. And we're hearing from the family of Deshaun Perry, one of the University of Virginia students gunned down last month. Perry was a member of the University of Virginia football team just 6 months away from graduating. Perry was one of 3 victims who were shot and killed on a bus on a return trip from a field trip. The family spoke about the legacy their son leaves behind as a football player and community member.
He was just a fun, loving young man that did everything, helping his community and helping his family and the people that helped him get there.
The family is asking professional athletes with a platform to speak out against gun violence and stand with the UVA victims. And we have new details this afternoon in the gruesome discovery police made in a Montgomery County apartment. Police now confirming the identity of the pregnant woman whose body was found decomposing after being in that unit for a month. Her name was Denise Middleton. Our Cheyenne Corinne covers Montgomery County. She looked into how domestic violence is affecting pregnant women at an alarming rate.
Many of you probably remember the Laura Wallen case that we had years ago here. That was this wonderful young woman who was the teacher of the year in Howard County, who was killed by a young man named Tyler Tessier because he found out she was pregnant with her child.
In her honor in 2019, Governor Hogan signed the Laura and Reed's Law that toughens sentences for violent crimes against pregnant women. According to a National Institutes of Health study, in 2020, the risk of homicide was 35% higher for pregnant or postpartum women. The study also shows homicide rates were highest among adolescents and Black women, with most incidents involving firearms.
Homicide of a pregnant woman is not typically a first and only time domestic violence incident. It's probably a culmination of years of abuse.
The Maryland Network Against Domestic Violence says this is why it's so important that healthcare providers screen pregnant women and provide a private space to ask questions about intimate partner violence.
People who may choose not to use the criminal justice system might be more receptive to a healthcare provider.
That was our Cheyenne Corinne reporting. Also in Montgomery County, police arrested 4 men in connection to a murder in Piney Branch that also left 2 others injured back in November. The victim in the case identified by police as 19-year-old Williams Cruz. The first 2 men were charged with first and second-degree murder and assault charges. The other 2 men were charged with accessory to murder. And it was a busy night for the Senate as it passed a bill to temporarily avert a government shutdown at the end of this week. The bill will now head to President Joe Biden's desk to be signed into law. Basil John reports that there is still more Congress needs to do before they're officially in the clear.
The 60-vote threshold having been achieved, the motion to concur is agreed to.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer expressed his thanks Thursday night as the Senate passed the continuing resolution.
To give our appropriators a chance to finish their work on a year-long funding package.
71 senators voted in favor of this bill to temporarily avert a government shutdown that would have started on Saturday.
This is about taking a very simple, exceedingly responsible step to ensure we finish the year without hiccups and without minimal drama.
With the immediate threat of a shutdown eliminated, lawmakers from both parties will have time to iron out the details from what is expected to be a $1.7 trillion package.
Nobody's going to get everything they want, but the final product will include wins everyone can get behind.
However, some lawmakers, like Utah Senator Mike Lee, were frustrated that the Senate pushed this to the last minute.
I've been here 12 years, and it seems more often than not we're in a very similar circumstance.
House Republicans have pressed to wait till January when they are in control of the House majority, but Democrats and some Republicans in the Senate are focused on completing this work before the next Congress.
It's a win for the American people.
That was Basil John reporting. If the Senate passes the government spending package next week, it will fund the government through next September. And the Africa Leaders Summit this week wrapped up yesterday, but not before causing a traffic nightmare for cars and pedestrians. The 3-day event impacted some local businesses outside the Washington Convention Center in D.C. It even closed down roadways while streets and sidewalks were wrapped in black metal fencing. Business owners there say those fences kept people from visiting local establishments.
It feels like Armageddon. It's like you're in some kind of war zone. And it was very disheartening for us to witness.
The Secret Service and other agencies handled security in order to keep dignitaries and visitors safe. While the summit ended yesterday, traffic impacts are expected to last through Saturday. Developing now, the federal government released more than 13,000 documents related to John F. Kennedy's assassination. Historians and researchers are just beginning to pour through the documents, hoping to shed light on the government's actions before and after the former president was killed. His assassination has been the subject of conspiracy theories, despite official government conclusions that he was killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. And in Prince William County, police officers will soon be getting a raise that they've been campaigning hard for. The County Board of Supervisors approved a raise to a $62,000 minimum yearly salary. The raises are being paid for by a government surplus of funds, some of which will go to county schools and the rest will go to salaries for this fiscal year. But there's still a ways to go. Other counties are already ahead of Prince William County in terms of police pay, and those counties could see more increases too.